Hey traders, it's 34 minutes past 4 p.m. here in Brisbane on Thursday, the 11th of January, and I am in the ring with the Russell. So let's take a look at where it was when I did the fight card and where was the area that I started my striking. So let's go straight into the 4 hours. And the area that I was looking at for my offense area was sitting here at the green line in and around the 1972 area. Now, when I did the fight card, we were somewhere around here. We had that push to a higher high, and I was looking for either a pullback to test this area from above or for the market to come back in and then take it on the way out. And as I mentioned, it really all depends about how the market is pulling back. So if we'll take a look here on the 1 hour, we can see that at the opening of the European session, we just went with very strong bearish candles down below. So that looks like the sellers have still had some might in them, and I've waited to see what the market have got. So we printed a higher low. We came back up into that area, but I didn't like this for a striking just yet because the sellers were very strong and this could have just turned up to be a lower high on the way down. So in this case, I needed some patience. So as we can see, we went to a low, lower high, and another lower low. So we've got from here that push, a second push. The other thing though from this low is that this low haven't gone any lower than this previous shove. So the shove from the top stopped here, and the shove that we had from this area actually made a higher low. So I quite like that scenario, but there was nothing much to do there because when I saw it before I went to sleep, it was actually sitting here. So really nothing to do for me there. Then the market came back up into that area. This is all price action that happened over my night. And the candle that printed the close were sitting here and it's actually touched the exact same level. So in my morning, what I saw was two touches at this level. And this is the points that the sellers had that push, second push from, that couldn't push to that lower low. So I like this level a lot and I was looking to start my striking if and when the market will break through this level, which it did pretty soon after that. So it was in this candle that I started my striking, and as you can see, we pushed slightly higher, but once again, this is Asia session, so not a lot of activity around that time. And we're still waiting for the European Open. So, just a word of caution for this fight is that tonight or midday if you're in Europe or morning if you are in the US, we're going to get the all important US CPI numbers, which mean inflation number and unemployment claim, and that could have a strong impact on this opponent. So currently my defense line sits here underneath this low, but if and when, and this all depends on how Europe will open, which is in about an hour or so, then if Europe open and starts to move higher and we get this break of the high, I'll be quite happy with this and I will manage this fight accordingly. However, if we'll start to stall here and we look quite weak, then I will probably move my defense line to my striking area to at least protect my risk. This is a more defensive move, but because the break hasn't showed me a lot of strength, I like the break to be strong. If we're breaking off a level that had imbalance in it, I'm expecting a bit of consolidation around that level and then a strong break. And we didn't quite get it here. I'm also a bit bothered by the fact that we haven't broken above this high with this initial move. So there's a couple of things that I still like about this opponent. I still love the higher time frame, but I'm a little bit worried from this reaction currently. But it is still Asia session, so I am waiting to see how this one react to the opening of the European markets. But it could just be that this thing will need to go slightly lower, find more buyers down below, and then start the attack again. again. So it doesn't mean much if I need to get out on a draw and look for another point in time that I can start my striking again. I love the higher time frame, but not so much the recent price action. So just like with any other fights, if I see the opponent suddenly getting a stronger upper hand, it might be a smarter move for me to walk out of the ring unhurt and look for another reason, another opportunity to start striking again. Happy knockouts, everyone! Bye for now.